Rama 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 Hare Hare.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Wednesday. It is 1st of October. It is Ashwini Masa Padmanabha Masa. Shukla Paksham Navami Tithi. And there are no Vaishnav events in the calendar. So there is one Vegetarian's Day, World Vegetarian Day. So I think people, some only to consume only vegetarian things. That is their day. Yeah, apart from that, no events. So we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Maitreya Muni describing the Virat Rupa form and the different functions that were manifested from the different limbs of the body of Virat Rupa. From the face of the Virat Rupa, this Vedic knowledge was manifested, and Brahmanas took that Vedic knowledge and they have engaged themselves in the Vedic wisdom. And later on, from the arms of the Virat Rupa, Kshatram, so which was manifested, and then the kings have taken that particular function. And then later on, and the Vaishyas, Visho Avartanta, so the business, Vanijyam, so that function was manifested from the thighs of the Virat Rupa, and the Vaishyas, they have taken that particular function to execute. And then further, Maitreya Muni describing about the fourth category. The fourth function is the service. So where the service was manifested from the feet of the Virat Rupa form. And the Sudras, they have taken that particular function to execute. In such a way, all four categories of the people, they are trying to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead by executing their functions. Okay, so likewise, this is the service, and one more, naturally, Sudras, they have got the function of service. So it is very easy for them to engage themselves in the devotional service. Okay, in another way, they are also fortunate. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 6, and verse number 33. पद्भ्यं भगवतो यज्ञे शुश्रूषा धर्मसिद्धये तस्यां जातः पुरा शूद्रो यदृच्छा तुष्यते हरिः पद्भ्यं भगवतो यज्ञे पद्भ्यं भगवतो यज्ञे पद्भ्यं from the legs Bhagavatah of the personality of Godhead or Virat Rupa yajne became manifested. What is that? Susrusha. Susrusha is the service. Susrusha dharma siddhaye. Dharma is occupational duty. Siddhaye for the matter of. Susrusha dharma siddhaye. Tasyam jataha pura sudhro. Tasyam in that jataha being generated. Pura formerly sudraha. The servitors. Yadvrutya tushyate harihi. Yadvrutya by the occupation by which Yadvrutya Tushyate Harihi, they have satisfied the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tushyate Harihi. Likewise, Maitreya Muni mentioning to Vidura. Padhyam Bhagavato Jajne Susrusha Dharma Siddhaye Tasyam Jataha Pura Sudhro Yadvrutya Tushyate Harihi. Translation for this shloka. Thereafter, service was manifested from the legs of the personality of Godhead for the sake of performing the religious function. Situated on the legs are the Sudras, who satisfy the Lord by service. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Usha Mataji to read the purport, please? Usha Mataji. You're on mute, Mataji. Okay, if Usha Mataji is not available, can you request any unallocated devotees, please, to read this purport? Meena Mataji, yes, please go ahead.
Service is the real constitutional occupation of all living entities. The living entities are meant to render service to the Lord, and they can attain religious perfection by this service attitude. One cannot attain religion's perfection simply by speculating to attain theoretical knowledge. The non division of spiritualists go on speculating only a distinguishes the soul from matter, but they have no information of the activity of the soul. After being liberated by knowledge, it is said that persons who only mentally speculate to know things as they are, and who do not engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, are simply wasting their time. It is clearly said It is clearly said here that the principle of service was generated for the legs of the Lord for the sake of perfecting the religious process. But the transcendental service is different from the ideal of service in the material world. In the material world, no one wants to be a servant. Everyone wants to become the master because false mastership is the basic disease of the conditional soul. The conditional soul in the material world wants to it lord it over others, illusionized by the external energy of the Lord. He is forced to become a servant of the material world. That is the real position of the conditional soul. The last snare of the illusory external energy is the conception of becoming one with the Lord, and due to this conception, the illusionate soul remain in the bondage of material energy, falsely thinking himself a liberated soul and as good as Narayana. It is actually it is actually better to be a Sudra than to be a Brahmana and not develop the service attitude, because that attitude alone satisfies the Lord every living being. Even if he is even if he be a Brahmana by qualification, must take to the transcendental service of the Lord. Both Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam support that this service attitude is the perfection of the living entity. A Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Sudra can perfect his occupational duties only by rendering service unto the Lord. A Brahmana is supposed to know this fact due to his perfection in Vedic wisdom. The other sections are supposed to follow the direction of the Brahmana, Vaishnava, one who is a Brahmana by qualification and Vaishnava by action. That will make the entire society perfect in regards to the order of the social construction. A disordered society cannot satisfy either the members of the society or the Lord. Even if one is not a perfect Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Sudra, but takes to the service of the Lord, not caring for the perfection of his social position, he becomes a perfect human being simply by developing the attitude of service to the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna. Silas Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So this is the service. We are all trying in the devotional service to Krishna and Krishna consciousness. The service is the last word. So this is the action. So this is the real constitutional occupation of all living entities, not only the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas and Vaishyas, they're also engaged. Everyone are in a serving mode. Even if a king, he will serve all his subjects. A Brahmana, he serves the Supreme Lord, and also he serves the society by giving the Vedic knowledge to all the society. And Vaishyas, he also serves. But Sudras, but naturally he is the service. But they are upper classes, but here Sudra is a lower class, but still it is natural constitutional position. Okay, so and here living entities are meant to render service to the Lord. Some say dirharitoshanam, only for pleasing the Lord. Okay, and they can attain religious perfection by this service attitude. So just like a mother serves the child and family, so that she has got most affection than anyone else. So even child cannot repay his debt to the mother, even she leaves her body or he leaves her his body. So that debt cannot be repaid. And when the Lord's love towards the living entities, it is more millions of times greater than that one. So he will never be. So that is the, but by rendering service, little bit of service to the Lord to please, okay, so that makes his life perfect. Okay, so one cannot attain religious perfection simply by speculating to attain the theoretical knowledge. So many people say, okay, you do this one, this is good, this is very nice, but for telling sake, so many people say so millions of things, but when it comes to the action, and then 90% of 99% of the people will be dropped. They do not follow. This is kind of hypocrisy. This is one of the quality of the age of Kali, hypocrisy. Okay, so and then further, Jnani division of spiritualists go on speculating only to distinguish the soul from matter. But they have no information of the activities of the soul after being liberated by the knowledge. So this is the Brahma Bhutaha Prasanatma. It is only one stage, just making material activities to zero. But further, there is advancement in the spiritual activities. So that we see in the pastimes of Vaikuntha. It would practically be seen in this world, like in the temples, in the dhamas, where all the activities are going on. That requires a transcendental vision, divine vision, to see how things are going on just by Lord's presence there. Everyone are engaged in different activities. So many festivals are going. Millions of people are gathering. It is a practical thing. One needs a eyes to see it. Okay, so this is the prototype of the spiritual world. But in the spiritual world, Jagama Lokam from Akanditotsavam, there are all kinds of festivals. Every day there are festivals. For example, if I say in the South India, Tirumala, Tirupati, there Brahmotsavas. So the Brahmandana Yugadiki Brahmotsavam. So for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the greater festivals. Brahmotsavam is the bigger festivals. So when the festivals, the Lord is going on one particular vehicle, Hanuma Vahana and Garuda Vahana, Surya Prabha, Chandra Prabha, and then golden chariot. So he is going around the streets, and millions of people are gathering there to see the Lord, and everything in harmonious to see that kind of pleasure. These are spiritual activities and glorifying the Lord in every moment, every day, without cessation. People are coming, bunches of people, groups of people throughout India, throughout the world. People are coming, different groups, hundreds of groups, continuously dancing and singing and doing so many things. Some people coming as performing Krishna's pastimes, some are Rama pastimes, many other pastimes, Narasimha pastimes. People across the different states, starting from Assam and all those. Uh, this is called spiritual activities that they need to have that divine vision to see. Okay, so this, but it goes in the spiritual world continuously, but in the material world, we see for some time it is happening, and in occasional days, once in a year or couple of, but there are few temples they continuously performing those activities. Even we daily see the Mayapur temple, Bhaktivedanta Manar, the activities are daily. So, and then further, it is said that persons who only mentally speculate to know things as they are and who do not engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord are simply wasting time. So, this also we can perceive many people once they come to one particular period, holidays, and immediately they will go to the temple and I wanted to rent the service. They will take a badge, service, servitor badge, and then engage in particular function voluntarily. So that we see in the hundreds and thousands of people come here, come forward to serve the Lord. And what is that inclination? It's a service, to loving service to the Lord. Okay, so some people may not have that knowledge, but that things happens. Lord manifest all these things, but we need to see that divine vision. And it is clearly said here that the principle of service was generated from the legs of the Lord for the sake of perfecting the religious process. But this transcendental service is different from the idea of the service in the material world. In the material world, what happens? So, ahastani sahastanam apadani chatuspadam falguni tatra mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. So this is the nature of the living entities of the material world. Apada, this is the ahastani sahastanam. If a living entity does not have hands, another living entity has got hands, it will use that one. Apadani chatushpadam. And living entities which does not have legs, they will become food for the chatushpadam, the four-legged animals, like the plants and grass. That is the food for the four-legged animals. Ahastani sahastanam. And animals which does not have hands, they are food for the which have got hands. Falguni tatra mahatam, and the less energetic people or weak people or become just the Falguni tatra mahatam, they become the servitors of the greater people. The greater people take advantage of the weak ones and for their livelihood. Jivo jivasya jivanam. So everywhere there is a jivo jivasya. One living entity depends on another. In this material world, we also see many people, they will try to convince other people how to take the money, how to make business, how to make him as my servant. That is the only thing it is happening. Not only between two people, throughout the countries, nations, everywhere that is same nature. Okay, that is if we see, that is the principle of this material world. But here in the spiritual world, that is transcendental service, they voluntarily serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so here in the material world, no one wants to be a servant. Everyone wants to become the master, because false mastership is basic disease of the conditioned soul. This is Amaya Yasha Bhotanam. Amaya is the disease. Amaya Yasha Bhotanam Jayata Yena Suvrita. Tadevihi Amayam Dravyam Na Punati Chikichitam. And whatever the disease, when they're trying to master it over the material nature, that is a disease. If they render the same thing to the Krishna's devotion, it will become a cure. Chikitsisam aushadam. Na punati chikichitam. Tadehi amayam dravyam. Dravyam is the kind of a medicine. It will purify themselves from the material entanglement. But you cannot escape from the service. Either you serve the Maya or you serve the Krishna. That is the only difference. So the conditioned soul in the material world wants to lord it over others, illusioned by external energy of the Lord. Okay, this is the nature of all the living entities. But he is forced to become a servant of the material world. Maya, service. That's why asevayayam prakritir gunanam yogena jnanena vairagya jrumbitena yogena may apitayate bhaktya mam pratyagatmanam ihavarunde. One statement by Kapila Bhagavan on the devotional service. Asyavyayam prakritir gunanam. One should not serve the materialistic body or senses like that. Jnanena vairagya vijrumbitena. Knowledge and detachment must be cultivated. Yogena may apitayate bhaktya. through the devotional service, connect to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and try to please Him in such a way. Mam Pratyagatmanam Ihavarunde, he would attain the perfection of human life here in this material world. He is called Jivan Mukta. Mam Pratyagatmanam Iha Avarunde. So that is the real position of the conditioned soul. So he will be entangled here if he is just serving the Maya. That is the last snare of the illusory external energy, is the conception of becoming one with the Lord. And due to this conception, the illusion soul remains in the bondage of material energy, falsely thinking himself a liberated soul and as good as Narayana. This is Ye Anya Ravildhaksha Vimukta Marinaha Tvayashtabhavad Avishuddha Buddhayaha Aruhya Kuruchiran Param Padam Tataha Patantyadaha Anadruta Yushmadhangarayaha. So this statement, we keep on seeing this about the conditioned soul. So he thinks that he is liberated, but he is not. He is making mistakes. Okay, in such a way, he is illusion and remains in the bondage of material energy. And then further, Prabhupada is describing about the Sudra. It is actually better to be a Sudra than to be a Brahmana and not to develop the service attitude, because that attitude alone satisfies the Lord. Just service attitude satisfies the Lord. If you become a Brahmana and do not develop the service attitude, Lord may not like that idea. So Lord likes this is Ashesh Samklesi Samam Visitte Gunanuvada Shravan Murarehe Kim Va Punah Tat Charanaravinda Paragaseva Retratmalabdha. Paragaseva Retratmalabdha. So he is the most fortunate person who is always engaged in the devotional service. Okay, Paragaseva Retratmalabdha. What to speak of the glories of the person? Generally, by hearing Krishna Katha, he will be relieved from all kinds of sankleshas of a person. Okay, so but here this is अतः कुंभित द्विजश्रेष्ठ वर्णाश्रमी विभागशः सुनिश्चितस्य धर्मस्य संसिद्धिर हरितोषणम, everything for the haritoshanam. But even though one is performing all his activities, varnashrama dharma is properly done. Dharma sunishrita pumsam visvaksena katasuyah notpada yejjitiritim shrameyevihi kevalam. Even though one is performing varnashrama dharma perfectly, but if he is not attracted to hear Krishna Katha and to service of the Lord, then shrameyevihi kevalam. Just only the Shrama, useless labor. So here again Prabhupada mentioning, every living being, even if he is Brahmana by qualification, must take to the transcendental service of the Lord. So both Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam support that the service attitude is the perfection of the living entity. And a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra can perfect his occupational duties only by rendering service to the Lord. This is Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Samsiddhir is the perfection of human life by pleasing Haritoshanam, pleasing the Lord. Okay, so here Brahmana is supposed to know this fact due to the perfection in the Vedic wisdom. So, and other sections are supposed to follow the direction of the Brahmana. The Brahmana is the head of the society. Okay, and here Prabhupada mentions one who is Brahmana by qualification and Vaishnava by action. Vaishnava by action, this is service. So Vaishnavas are always engaged in the service, not only speak, but also engaged in the service of the Lord. Okay, that will make the entire society perfect in regard to the order of its social construction. And a disordered society cannot satisfy either the members of the society or Lord. That is, and even if one is not perfect, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Sudra, but takes to the service of the Lord, not caring for the perfection of his social position, he becomes a perfect human being simply by developing this attitude of service to the Supreme Lord. Okay, so this is what the Varnashrama Dharma is, just a platform, but the main thing is, the main ingredient is service to the Supreme Lord. That is the essence. But Varnashrama Dharma is required because not all people know the Krishna consciousness knowledge. So for them, Varnashrama Dharma is required for the social orders. Okay, likewise, Prabhupada is describing here. So that service function was generated from the feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Virat Rupa. And here, from the feet, even the Hari was manifested as well. So Hari took the shelter of the service. We have seen previously, like Indra took the shelter of arms, and Brahma took the shelter of the genital, and also the intelligence. And the moon is the mind. Moon god is the mind. Ego is the for the Lord Shiva, and Hari, the Vishnu, he took the feet. That is the feet. That is where he resides in the Virat Rupa form, because it is essential for the movement of all the living entities that Prabhupada described in the second canto, 10th chapter about Vishnu. So there also we have gone through the Virata Rupa description. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So Padbhyam Bhagavato Jajne Susrusha Dharma Siddhaye Tasyam Jataha Pura Sudhro Yadhrutyat Tushyate Harihi. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Vishal Mutashila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Kirtanananda, number 24th, 1970. It's a small letter only. Can I request any Usha Mataji, if you are available, would you like to read this letter?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. My dear Kirtinandan Maharaj, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter dated 11th November 1970, and I have noted the contents carefully. You may be pleased to know our activities are being very much appreciated here in the Bombay area. Already we have over 30 life members. It appears that there is a very good field for our preaching work in Bombay. Also, we have got some nice Indian devotees who are fully engaging their energy in Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement. So, although the atmosphere is surcharged with opposing elements in this age of Kali, if we simply have faith in the word of Chaitanya's Mahaprabhu, as many towns and villages as there are all over the world, my name will be known. Certainly, we will come out successful because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, and whatever he desires will certainly be done. So, as part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we can become instrumental in carrying out the plan of the Lord and be benefited and be beneficial to all others by the progressive march back to Godhead. So do not feel discouraged, but carry on with perseverance, and Krishna will help you. Krishna will help you. Haigriva has written one letter expressing his desire for you to return to New Vrindavan as he is feeling your separation. So if you like, you may return there. Please ask Ramananda to write me about the activities in Gorakhpur. Hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Um, so, handwritten as also your letter dated 21st November 1970. You may return to New Vrindavan and engage your full energy to develop our scheme there. May Krishna protect you always. Abhay Charnavind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji?
So that takeaway is Prabhu that Prabhupada is writing to Kirtinanda Maharaj about how to fulfill the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire. Then we can go to by Sankirtana movement. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's word is like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is good himself. So then make sure to like preaching about the Krishna, and Prabhupada is very happy about that many life members, like 30 life members. So they are becoming Krishna consciousness, and they're fully going. And yeah, that is the main takeaway, Prabhu, is that so when you go to Krishna consciousness, Krishna will help you to go forward, and whatever that we can be in Krishna consciousness. So we have that be part and parcel, and yeah, that's it. Yes, yeah, yes. Okay, elaborate more.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay.
Nicely explain this later. Okay, any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add?
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Mataji, like, has explained everything, but just one point, like, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like Krishna himself, so whatever his wish will be fulfilled, like, so then we are just an instrument to doing his work, but yeah, that work will be done everywhere. Yeah, so that just an instrument, but yeah, he's himself, Krishna himself, so
Yes,
it will be certainly be done, yeah, yes.
yes, that is a perfect statement. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, any other points? Yes, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So anyone who takes birth in India, they have to spread Krishna consciousness and also spread the name of Krishna throughout the world. And here, na Krishna Chaitanya Paratattvam, that is again mentioned, like Krishna and Chaitanya none, they're both same personality. Na Chaitanya Krishna Jagatam Jagati Paratattvam Paramiha. Paratattvam is just only one. Okay, and we're all part and parcel. Whatever the Lord says, it will be done. But just be an instrument in it. Okay, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. Okay, that is very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji. That is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so today is Wednesday. We have got Kirtan evening at 8 p.m. That is our upcoming event. And also from I think Ekadasi is coming on a Friday. So today is Wednesday, day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is Dasara festival. And day after Friday is again Ekadasi. And from 6th of October, it is the Purnami. And then from the 7th, this month of Kartik, it starts. So we start our Damodarashtakam and the translations by one each devotee one day. Okay, so that is going to happen. So may I request volunteers, so maybe not today, maybe if you wanted to choose the days, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10, 11, like that, you can do so. Maybe a minute for devotees to come forward, starting from 7th. Anyone would like to go first?
Sorry, Prabhuji, may I ask a question, please?
Yes, Mataji.
This Damodar Ashtakam, are we singing it in the morning session or evening
Yeah.
session?
In the morning session at 7 o'clock, it is maximum 10 minutes allocated for it, singing, and then immediately read the translation, no more discussions.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Good morning, 7 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Any volunteers on 7th?
Yeah, I can do it, Hare Krishna.
Meena Mataji, 7th, 8th?
I can do Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. 9th?
Hare
9th.
Krishna. Sorry, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
I will do after 17th, Prabhu, because I'm not here for
Yeah,
2
that's
weeks.
fine, Mataji. That's
Thank you, Prabhu.
I'm
Prabhu.
happy to do 9th, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So you please remember the dates, okay?
Yes,
And-
sure.
And the 10th, Friday. Sarinya Mataji. You're available on Fridays.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I'll do on Sundays, Prabhu.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sure, Mataji. So that night is the 12th, yeah?
Yeah, 12th I'll do.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Swarup Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, I can do the Friday.
Friday 10th. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
And Saturday 11th. And
Krishna Prabhu, I can do it.
okay. 11th, 12th, and then 13th Monday. Okay, so for now, we have covered everyone, and I think Devashish Prabhuji will leave Prabhuji for the moment. So maybe we'll allocate later on.
It's only morning, not evening, isn't it?
It is morning, say, morning only. So morning after Bhagavatam, Prabhupada's letter, and then immediately but 7 o'clock, we start this letter. Even the letter is going to be there, we'll pause the letter and then do the kirtan, but sharply it is at 7 o'clock, and then finish by, and during that time, and devotees may turn on their videos, and if they are doing Damodar Aarti with the ghee lamps to the Lord, you can also show to all our Sangha members like before.
So just Damodar Ashtakam and
Yes,
translation.
yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I'm already sorry about this. I just realized 8th is a Wednesday. I won't be able to do. Who is doing the 9th? I can maybe swap if possible at all. And it might be better to prepare a rota as well. Was there anyone for 9th?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I am on 9th. You can do 9th, but I won't be able to do on 8th.
Oh, no,
I
no,
can-
that's fine. I can do another week. There is no rush. It's
Hare
just-
So
Krishna,
you can
no-
do on 7th if you want to. I can do.
Okay, yeah, I can do Tuesday. Yeah, thank you.
7th you can do, so I can do like Thursday. Yours is Thursday. 9th. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. So now it is done. So Monday, 7th is Jaivaid Mataji, 8th is Meena Mataji. Everything else remains same. Okay, so that's all. Thank you so much. And we will allocate the devotees in coming days. Okay, so now we have got from 13th onwards there to be allocated. Okay, so if you're all happy, we shall conclude and continue with further japa. Okay, thank you so much. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam
Vaishnava Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Pri Jai. Jai.
Hare Krishna conscious day, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu